You're watching Two Button Crew.
Your daily NINTENDOSE fandom.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Ryan.
Let me shake your hand, sir.
All right.
This is a Two Button Crew tradition.
Yep, let me give the authentic Simeon shake here.
Let me return the authentic Scott, let me go, Pat.
Sounds good.
That means it's time, Simeon. All right, it's been a very exciting week of Nintendo news coming out of E3, and we went really deep on Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and it's been awesome. Day 2 focused on some not as interesting things, kind of filling up the stream time, things that are coming out soon, things that we've already heard about, you know?
Yeah.
So let's get into some discussion on Zelda. That's the big stuff. Definitely a very different year for Nintendo at E3.
Oh yeah.
Trying things very differently.
Yep.
How do you think it turned out?
I think it turned out better than I thought it was going to be.
So we're going to focus on day 1 because that's the day that, you know, Nintendo would normally hold their directs. It was definitely the meat of their presence at E3.
The delicious, delicious meat of the presentation.
Yes. And if you cook the meat with the apple, you get extra hearts back or something like that.
Nice.
Or maybe it was meat and mushroom. That's right. Mushroom, like shroomy meat skewer or something it was called. There's lots of different recipes.
Very appropriate for Nintendo as well, mixing the mushroom to get some extra health.
Yes. Crossing over. It's like subliminal messaging.
That's where you put the Mario amiibo on there and you get some extra mushrooms.
That would be cool. They should actually do that, where there are certain hidden amiibo that are compatible with games that they just never announce.
That'd actually be really fun.
Scavenger hunt.
Even do it where like you can't repeatedly get mushrooms from the Mario amiibo.
Yeah.
You just do it once and it's like, hey, thanks for tapping that. Here's a bonus.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
But what if Nintendo was like, surprise, somewhere in the last 3 games we released, there's hidden amiibo functionality that you guys haven't figured out. It's a scavenger hunt. That's one way to keep us busy in the meantime before NX and Zelda come out.
Yep.
So with this different approach to E3, how do you think they did overall?
I think they did a really good job showing off Zelda and hyping up expectations for that.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. However, I still would have probably preferred a regular direct with them showing off more of everything.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, last year's direct even kind of looks nice compared to what we got this year.
Yeah.
Even though that was one of the lesser hype E3 streams. But getting so much of Zelda was still very cool. And then learning that we've only seen a percent of the game.
A single percent.
A single percent. What is very good. I'm just super glad that they started out with a trailer, because they never said there would be a new trailer.
Yep.
You could say that's safe to assume, but a lot of things aren't safe to assume with Nintendo, and they kind of told us this is how it's going to be. Zelda's going to be the only thing at our booth, and we're going to start off with the day 1 with gameplay footage of the new Zelda. And then they kind of said, okay, it's also going to be a Pokemon day.
Yep.
So I'm just glad that there was a trailer. The trailer is breathtaking.
Yes.
So, Pokemon stuff, they showed some more information on the starters, right? They announced some...
Yeah, they showed a few more Pokemon coming out of like the very first area, but they went in and showed the battle system off, but not much is different.
Yeah.
They did show off that there's going to be like a 4-player free-for-all battle mode, but
That's cool.
I mean, not a whole lot beyond that.
So as far as years to not go to E3, this is probably an okay one.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah. I wonder how next year will be, because the NX will have just came out with no E3. So
Yep.
That'll be interesting. We'll probably get like our launch games and then not know anything else about what's past those until E3. That is, do you think the NX will come out on time?
I think it will.
Yeah.
I don't think though, because if they delayed it past that, it would be the next holiday, and it seems like this time they're going to try to avoid a holiday launch.
Yeah.
So
So how do you think Nintendo did during E3? Not just with what they brought, but compared to their competitors. Do you think that people are seeing Nintendo favorably after watching Sony and Microsoft's press conferences too?
I still think more people seem to gravitate towards having an actual press conference, or even like the regular Nintendo Direct would have been much better. But I haven't honestly seen nearly as much negativity towards what Nintendo is doing as I thought I was going to.
Right.
I thought it was going to be most people were going to be hating on what they were doing and saying all bad stuff that you would expect.
Right. Yeah, well, and a good way to not get criticism is to not show anything bad. You know, like, it's kind of very hard to complain about the new Zelda.
Right.
So.
Well, they didn't have any hiccups like they did at like Skyward Sword or anything. If
Right.
they had something like that, that's all people would have talked about. They could have shown off like 30 hours of the new Zelda, and if you had a hiccup like that, that's all people would have talked about.
Link glitched out of his clothes and he was just naked.
In his boxers. That wasn't supposed to happen.
I mean, yeah, that's how I like to play.
That's how I play the game, so that's how I want my Link to reflect what I am in real life.
Yeah, I think they did pretty good. I'd like to not have another single game E3 for a while. But they did fine.
Yeah, I don't think they'll do this again. I think this is more of we don't want to announce the NX yet. What else can we do? We cannot not show up to E3.
Yeah, and also like our Wii U console died
right
suddenly and tragically.
Yeah,
so.
that's another reason that I don't think they'll delay the NX because there's nothing coming out past that point.
Right,
they have to.
Yep, we got Federation Force in August, Color Splash in October. And
new Mario Party game was announced though,
right.
So that's coming out in the fall sometime. I don't remember if they said a specific date, but
hopefully it'll be better than some of the past experiences I've had with handheld Mario parties.
Yeah, hopefully they just learn that if they go back to the original formula, that's like the best formula.
You might be able to rule out Mario Party as one of the next mobile games though. Maybe.
Oh, that's true.
So, there you go. Any other closing thoughts on E3 2016?
I enjoyed it more than I thought I did, but don't do it again.
Yep. So there you go. We think that Nintendo did pretty well.
Yep.
For being a slower, quieter year.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry about the death of the Wii U. We will send that off soon.
Whoops. Yeah. Our bad.
Yeah, so thanks for sticking with us for our coverage and our thoughts of what Nintendo did this year.
Yep.
And we're looking forward to tomorrow. We're going to end Two Button Crew's first mini-series on the 2D-pad review. Yep. What are we going to do, Ryan?
We're going to send it off with a final console review of the Virtual Boy, our final thoughts of the actual console itself.
All right, can't wait for it. So glad you're here. Thanks for joining us live on Not Cledbert.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being part of the crew, guys.
And be sure to give this video a nice big thumbs up.
We'll see you next time.
Signing out.